Your work friends were real. The building was doing more of the work than any of us noticed. Think about how one of those friendships began. Maybe Maya sat 2 desks away, and one Tuesday she mentioned that her dog Biscuit had started agility class. On Wednesday, you saw a crooked jump bar and a photo on her phone. By Friday, asking how Biscuit did felt completely natural. Nobody scheduled intimacy. Nobody opened a calendar invite called Become Friends. The office simply kept placing 2 people inside the same small stream of ordinary details. That stream is easy to mistake for background noise until it disappears. Then, a friendship that once felt effortless can suddenly require planning, initiative, and a reason to press send. The friendship did not become fake. Its invisible support system went away. This matters because work and school are 2 of the biggest friendship engines adults ever get. A 2022 Survey Center on American Life report drew on a survey of 5,037 U.S. adults. Among adults with close friends, 42% said they had met at least one close friend at work, while 44% said school. Those numbers are strikingly close. Both places offer the same scarce ingredient: repeated proximity without repeated negotiation. You see the same people at roughly the same time, inside the same context, often for years. Contact happens before either person has to decide whether the relationship is important enough to organize. That is the first job proximity performs. It schedules contact for you. The second job is supplying context. A delayed project, a broken coffee machine, or a surprisingly good lunch gives you something small to talk about. The conversation does not need to begin with the intimidating question, "What should we talk about now?" The third job is lowering the stakes. A 30-second exchange near the printer can stay tiny. It does not carry the emotional weight of a message that arrives after 6 quiet months. Remove those 3 jobs at once, and even a warm relationship can start to feel oddly difficult to maintain. This is one reason the shift toward remote work changed more than commute time. The same 2022 report found that 16% of remote workers said they had a close friend at work. The figure was 24% for hybrid workers and 30% for workers who were in person. That is a survey pattern, not proof that a home office automatically causes weaker friendships. Different people and jobs select different arrangements, and the report captured one moment in time. A 2026 study in Science approached the isolation question with a different design. The researchers compared post-pandemic changes among workers and occupations that could be done remotely with changes among workers and occupations that generally required physical presence. They found that workers in remote-capable jobs spent approximately 1 additional hour alone per workday after the pandemic, relative to the comparison group. The increase in isolation was especially sharp for people living alone. The study also has boundaries that matter. It could not cleanly separate fully remote work from hybrid work, and its U.S. data ended in 2024. It does not say every remote worker is lonely, or that every office is socially healthy. It says a large change in where work happens can also change how much ambient human contact people receive. There is another side to the trade-off. In the 2022 survey, remote workers were more satisfied with the amount of time they had with family than hybrid or in-person workers. Remote work can return hours, flexibility, and attention to parts of life that an office can crowd out. So, this is not an argument for forcing everyone back to a desk. A commute is not a friendship intervention. A crowded office is not the same thing as belonging. The useful question is narrower. If the hallway used to maintain a relationship for free, what can replace its 3 jobs on purpose? Start with scheduling contact, but keep it lighter than a meeting. A recurring 15-minute coffee call can work, but so can a Friday voice note or a shared focus session with no agenda. The point is not frequency for its own sake. The point is removing the weekly decision about whether reaching out is justified. Next, preserve shared context. When Maya says Biscuit has a competition next month, keep that small detail somewhere you will actually see again. Then your next message can begin with a real question instead of a blank, "Hey." You are not building a dossier. You are protecting one thread of the conversation from being erased by a busy week. Finally, lower the stakes of contact. Do not make every catch-up carry 6 months of emotional accounting. Send the photo that reminded you of them. Share the 2-sentence observation. Ask the small follow-up while it is still small. Easy contact gives a relationship more chances to become meaningful without demanding meaning from every exchange. These substitutes are imperfect. Deliberate contact can feel less spontaneous because it is less spontaneous. But deliberate does not mean artificial. Cooking dinner is planned, and the meal is still real. Calling someone on purpose is planned, and the care is still real. The office once bundled friendship maintenance into the structure of a workday. When that bundle disappears, we have to notice the pieces it contained. Schedule the contact. Carry one detail forward. Keep the next exchange small enough to send. Your work friends were real. Now the machinery behind those friendships has to become visible, because visible machinery can be rebuilt.